Hey guys, it's Tina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some things that I've been loving for the month of April. I've got lots of stuff to talk about, from books to some cool products to some decor that I've been putting in my room. So I am really excited, so keep watching if you're interested and we will get right to it. Alright, so I have lots of stuff to talk about today. I think I'm going to start with some cute little decor things that I've been incorporating in my room. So I actually went to Bradford greenhouses recently and I'm obsessed with going there now. It's really pretty in there, and I got some really cute plants that I've been loving. They're adorable, and I got some really cute pots with them in. So I'll show you those first. The first one is this little cactus. He's adorable. It's this really pretty color. It's kind of like a vibrant orangey red. So these ones are called grafted cacti. I think it's because they breed them, if that makes sense. Can you breed plants? I don't know. They combine the two cactus, so I guess it's somewhat modified, so it has the shape. That's what I took from it when I googled it, but really cute. I got the little pots at Bradford greenhouses as well, but I absolutely love this guy. I also got another one because I thought they were so cute. So I got a pink one as well because I love my pink, so of course I needed to get that one. This one's kind of fun. He has a whole bunch of different little shapes and stuff. So I've been loving those. I think they're so cute. I keep them on my windowsill, and it just, I don't know, just something about having plants in your room just makes you in a really good mood. The other one here is my cute little crispy wave. He's a type of fern. I say he, I'm literally talking to my plants, or about my plants. I'm talking to my plants too. I'm talking about my plants like they are humans. This one, if you move it a little bit, he does a little dance for you. I love it. It feels fake. It's a really weird feeling. But yeah, really cute. I love this guy. He's been doing well. He's definitely grown a bit since I got him. This is my succulent that I got. As you can tell, I've chosen all plants that are very low maintenance. I only have to water them every so often, which is fantastic because I have never really grown anything before. I've never had a garden, although I do want to try at some point. Again, all these pots I got at Bradford greenhouses as well. I just really love the whole soft gray look. Just kind of goes with my aesthetic of my room that I'm trying to get to. I've been changing my room around a little bit. So love this. Ooh, and I almost didn't talk about something that my mom gave me. Let me just grab it. I have a cute little elephant watering can that I can use to water my plants. I just keep this on my windowsill as well. And I am obsessed with elephants. I will show you my elephant collection at some point when I do a room tour. But I am obsessed with elephants. I don't know why. I have been obsessed with them literally my whole life. I just think they're so beautiful and pretty, and I just love anything elephant. So I was really excited to have this addition to my room. The next thing I want to talk about are my crystals. And I've recently become really obsessed with getting crystals. Partially because, I always thought they're pretty, but I just never really bought them, and then I got a couple, and mainly my boyfriend's sister has got me super into crystals because she's got a gazillion of them, and so does my boyfriend's mom. They just have them all around the house, and they just kind of suck me in. So now I have a crystal addiction. I have quite a few now, but I am just gonna show a couple of my favorites that I've been really liking. So one is this gigantic piece of rose quartz that I actually picked up at Chapters. I usually keep this right up on my shelf up here. I got these shelves recently and I think they're so pretty. So I love doing that, and it has little lights around it. I think they're just so pretty. So that's where I keep some of my crystals. Other one I just got the other day was this big chunk of quartz. It's just really pretty. Quartz is supposed to be good for balancing all your chakras. That's all I can remember. I'm trying to remember what each crystal's for. Rose quartz is good for love, and I think it's good for emotional balance. It's supposed to be good for. Whether or not you believe it, they're pretty. So it's just it's fun to have them around. So got that. I got a pretty amethyst the other day. I've been wanting to know one of these for a long time, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I've had my eye on them. They're just so sparkly and just fun to look at. So I've been absolutely loving having this around. I also got peacock ore. Love peacock ore. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me try to focus there. So yeah, very, very pretty. It's super sparkly, has so many different kinds of color. And the cool thing with peacock ore is it has so many different variations. So this one's like more purple and blue, but I've seen ones that have more of like a turquoisey color. Just like a peacock has like variations in its feathers. Peacock ore has that. Can't remember exactly what it's for. I'll have to read my crystal book, which I'll actually show you. I got this really pretty book, but get to that in a sec. I also got labradorite. Hopefully I said that right. It's really neat because when the light catches it at certain angles, it looks different. So it has like different colors. It's hard to catch on camera, but it has like almost like a sparkle to it as well. Really pretty. So this one, I was drawn to the pattern of it, but like the meaning behind it is it's supposed to help you find like your life's purpose and like help with your intuition and guiding you towards like what you should do in life and where you should go. And that's kind of where I'm at, you know, like quarter life crisis here, trying to figure out what to do with my life. So I picked up this one just because it really spoke to me, the meaning, and I really like the way it looked. So grab that. I also have some smooth polished stones here that I really enjoy. So this one right here is my citrine, polished citrine. There's variations of it. Oh my goodness, my camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. Very pretty. This is actually the stone that I chose for my magic rock for the magic. It's a book that I was going to talk about. I already talked about it in my last video a little bit, so I'll just talk about it now just because I'm not going to have a lot to say about it anymore. But one of the activities for the magic involved choosing a magic rock. So I chose that for this one. Basically, so they say something that you can like hold in your palm of your hand and that like you can wrap your hand around. It feels nice to the touch, like it's very smooth. And the idea of the magic rock is that at the end of each night you hold your rock and you say thank you for the best thing that happened in the day. And it just kind of gives you, I don't know, it's like a positive outlook on life. It's supposed to raise your vibration by being very positive and, you know, focusing on the law of attraction. So the energy that you put into the universe is the energy and the like good things you get back into your life. So that's what I use for that. I also have a couple that I really like here. This is my lapis lazuli. Oh my goodness. What is it called? Wow, second page I opened, it came up. That's pretty impressive. That's not like psychic skills. I don't know what that is. Wow, it just got really dark on my camera. Lapis lazuli. I like totally messed up that. But here it is. You can see it. Does my camera want to focus on it? There you go. My lens isn't really necessarily meant to be up close. I'm a beginner, guys. So lapis lazuli, now that I'm already in my book, I might as well read what it is about. I'm not gonna say the whole page because it's long, but past lives, intuition, education, communication, and problem solving. It's supposed to be good for your third eye and throat chakra. And for physical healing, it's said to alleviate pain and inflammation, soothe headaches and migraines. That's something I need. I got a lot of headaches. And support the endocrine and nervous system. That's why I was drawn to it. It was the headache thing and the fact that it was pretty, of course, because who doesn't want to get pretty things in their life? I am attracted to all the shiny, pretty things. I just got my fluorite the other day. Also a polished rock. I like both. Like I'll get raw and I'll get polished. There's certain stones that I prefer polished and certain that I prefer raw. I just really love the color and the shine on this one. So yeah, I will do, if you guys are interested, a video on like what each crystal's for, and I'll get like all my crystals out and then I'll bring it up in my book ahead of time so then you guys can see like which one's for what and stuff, because it's kind of cool. I've got quite a few more that I've collected. But speaking about crystals, I figured I might as well just talk about this in this section because it makes sense. I've been obsessed with this necklace. So one of the ladies that I've met through Laura, my boyfriend's sister, her name is Marcie, and she just recently started selling her necklaces. Like she makes crystal necklaces. She does like the crystal wrapping basically. And she's done it for a while, but she just recently decided to turn into a business and she's doing really well. A lot of people are loving them. I absolutely love my quartz. There we go. On a gold chain. It's so pretty. I love the fact that I can like wear this with wear it anywhere I go, keep my crystal with me. I absolutely love it. It's so pretty. So thank you, Marcie, for my necklace. I absolutely love it. So the next thing I think I'm gonna talk about, it's kind of like I'm bouncing back and forth in subjects. I think I'm gonna talk about my products first, just because I only have a couple, and then I have a lot of books and oracle cards I wanna get to. So let me talk about the 2 products that I've been really liking. So, foundation that I'm actually wearing right now today. I like it. It's pretty natural, gives you good coverage. The wear is nice. It's the new Laura Mercier. Is that gonna focus? Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation. It's like the longest name ever. Can't talk. Loving this foundation. It's actually really, really nice. I used to be the kind of person who just stuck to my couple foundations or one foundation that I knew worked for me, but I've been kind of stepping out of my comfort zone lately. And I really, really like this. It's got a nice natural finish to it. It gives me coverage. My skin's been pretty good until I got a couple little breakouts recently because I ate too much sugar. So, I mean, I'm being punished, whatever. But it's nice. It gives you really decent coverage, and but I still feel like my face looks fairly natural and stuff, and it wears nicely. So I enjoy that foundation a lot. I also been liking a primer, which is weird for me to say because I'm the kind of person who's like, okay, like I don't need primer. I usually just stick to like a good skincare routine, and then I'm good. And I'm usually like, I don't really think primers do much for me, but this one I've actually been enjoying. It's been making my foundation look pretty smooth. Now the main reason I was drawn to this is like the health benefits that it has, and I've never really seen that before. So this is the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. So it's supposed to be good for pollution defense and protecting yourself against any blue light. So basically the light that we get from our devices, our phones, our iPad, our computer, fluorescent lights, like indoor fluorescent lights. It's supposed to be really good at like protecting you against that. Yeah, so we're on our phones and our computer and stuff all the time. We don't really think about the damage it does to our skin, and I have learned a lot from some brand reps that have come into my store, and they have told us a lot about the damage it does, and actually it does, it ages you. So it's really interesting to learn about, and I thought that it would be really cool to give this a try. I'm gonna talk about books. The first one I don't have on me just because it was lent to me from Laura, but it's called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and I really, really enjoyed that book. So basically, if you haven't heard of the book, it's very much about embracing your creative side and just going for it, even if you're too scared to, if you're too scared to fail. The whole book is just basically giving you that motivation to just go for it. Be creative. It doesn't matter if you mess up, because a lot of us lose that creativity as we get older. You know, as kids, we are very creative. We like to make things. We like to pretend. And then life sets in and adulthood sets in, and we just lose that part of ourselves. And a lot of people think that oh, I'm not good enough to be creative. But creativity is such an important part of being human. And it's just something that we should all embrace. And whether it is painting, whether it's music, whether it's dancing, whether it's creating stories, or whatever you want to do. If you enjoy doing something creative, go ahead and do it. Who cares how good you are? Who cares what people think? That was a really the main message that I got from Big Magic. But it starts with this really, really interesting concept. And with the moment you start the book, it begins with a story, pretty much explaining how the idea of how ideas are alive and how they just kind of float around in the universe and they're shared. So if an idea comes to you, it's important to take advantage of it. Use that idea, do something with that idea, because if you don't, then the idea is going to be okay, well, you don't want me, I'm going to go find someone else. And basically this idea comes from the concept of when, I don't know if you guys heard of a similar situation. I know I've been in this place before, and it's really interesting where you have an idea and you've never told anyone about it, and you're that would be really cool, that would be a really cool invention, or someone should do this, or I should do this, but then you don't actually do it. and then like not too long later you hear of someone else that's already done that, or I mean that just did that, and you're like, did they steal my idea? So basically there's a lot of people like all around the world that has had this phenomenon. And of course, I mean, part of me is like, okay, maybe people just have similar ideas. I mean, it could be that. But it's kind of interesting, that idea that, if you guys know how many times I said the word idea, let me know. Anyways, the concept of ideas being shared is actually really, really cool. So I really enjoyed that book. I went through it in probably like a week, or like a week and a couple of days. It was a really good book. So I will put it on the screen here for you to see a picture, so you guys can see exactly what it looks like. But I would definitely check out that book. It's amazing. You can probably get it on Amazon. I will check for you. But I get like everything on Amazon, so I'm probably gonna end up purchasing that book. I borrowed it, but I'm like, I want it, and I want to sticky note it. So I will definitely read that one again. I'll show you the other books that I got. So this one is just like a fun crystal book. It's called The Crystal Code by Tamara Dreesen. And it's really, really cool. So the main reason that I bought this book was because I really like the index at the back. It talks about like each crystal and then what it's for, basically. And it has a picture of like a whole bunch of course it's not gonna have like everything, but it has a lot of stuff in there. Basically all of the crystals that I have are in this book. So it's a really cool book. I was also just really drawn to the way it looks. It's just really, really pretty. So I love that, but it has some interesting stuff in it. So I don't know, I'm really new to this stuff. It's very different. Part of it, I think there's still part of me that's like, okay, like, does that actually work? But it's like intriguing. I just love learning. I love learning about different things. So I think it's very intriguing, like what people use crystals for. So it talks about like chakras and stuff. It has little like, chapter 2 is crystal rituals. So just things that you can do with your crystals. Create your own crystal altar. I mean, I'm down. It would look pretty, right? It tells you how to do crystal grids. There's a whole bunch of different things. It's really cool. It talks about pendulums too. I have a pendulum and a pendulum board that I got at the psychic fair. It's really, really pretty and cool. It's all handmade. Don't really use it though. It's kind of just always been a decoration on my shelf. So I'm like, maybe I'll like learn about it a little bit and use it or something. I got this at Chapters. I absolutely love Chapters. I'm obsessed, if you haven't already got the idea. Books, they have like cute like decor. They have everything at Chapters. So I love Chapters. But anyways, been loving that book. It's really, really cute and pretty. Just started reading this. I'm like about that far in. It is called Life After Life. This one is by Raymond A. Moody Jr., MD. And it is really good so far. It's pulled me in. I want to keep reading it. It's basically a collection of people who have had near-death experiences where they have like a moment where they feel like they were like crossing over to the other side or like in between worlds or something. It's really fascinating. I've always been fascinated in this stuff, and then just recently I've just been like wanting to read more books about it because I've started to read again. So I'm really interested in this. I have a couple other books just about like afterlife and death. I know that sounds like really morbid and weird, but I have a few books that I was lent to me about like a medium, and another like it's called Life After Death by Deepak Chopra. Haven't gotten to any of those yet, but I'm really excited. I'm gonna finish this one first and then I'm gonna get to this. But so far, would recommend. I got this one on Amazon. My last book I want to talk about today is Ishmael. It's basically about, so I'll give you the basic concept without trying to give away too much of the story. It's part fiction, but part like, it gives you like some biblical references, some historical references, so basically this man is seeking out a teacher, and he meets a gorilla who has learned to communicate telepathically. So the gorilla actually becomes the man's teacher, and he's teaching him about the world, the environment, man, and like the effect that man has had on the environment. And basically at the rate that we're going, we are bringing the world to an end. We're destroying the earth. So they kind of go back in time and seeing like where it all started, how it happened, how did we get here. It's a really touching story. It's very eye-opening. I'm really glad I read it. I'll probably read it again. I flew through this book so fast, but it has a lot of information. Definitely challenging in certain areas because I am not someone who's very versed in the Bible and stuff like that. So it's something that's a little bit new to me. Definitely someone who has a more of a grasp on those concepts would understand the book a little bit better. But it is a very interesting book. I'm really glad I read it. There's a couple other books in the series apparently, so I do think I will read those at some point in the future. But I'm really glad I read this book. I definitely would highly recommend it. So now I'm gonna talk about my oracle cards. So I'm gonna talk about my first deck first. I actually have some right behind me on my little thingy-mabobber. Thingy-mabobber, you know what it's talking about, the little dangly light thing. But this one is called Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. Now I picked this one up at Chapters. I was just really interested in the idea of maybe like trying them and seeing what they were like. I was drawn to this deck because I read the back. I'll read the back to you just so you kind of understand where I'm at in my life. So the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle cards are specifically designed to help you manifest your goals, life purpose, and divinely inspired dreams. So that's literally me. I am trying to find myself right now. I am trying to figure out like what it is I should be doing with my life. I'm 24, I'm having like a quarter life crisis at the moment. Basically, I'm in a place where I'm like, okay, what am I doing with my life? I have a psychology degree, but I can't really find anything that I'm interested in doing with it. So I'm like, show me the way, tell me what I should be doing in my life. At least I am starting my channel. I finally started my channel. It's something that I've wanted to do forever. I never had time to do it in school. So I am doing something that I've always wanted to do. So pat on my back for that. But I'm definitely still trying to figure myself out. So this was something that drew me in. I'll keep reading though. These 44 beautifully illustrated cards can help you swim into the ocean of your unconscious mind, where profound thoughts and feelings can create or block your heart's desire. The cards are easy to use, and the enclosed guidebook will help you perform amazingly accurate readings for yourself and others. So if anyone hasn't used oracle cards before, basically the concept, or at least what I believe, is that it's kind of an extension, just like your, just like a pendulum or something. It's like an extension of your consciousness, your intuition. The idea is that it's all kind of connected in the universe. So basically, whatever card you're drawn to picking, it's your intuition or your deeper like unconscious mind telling you and like guiding you what to do. So it's not that cards necessarily are magic. They have different messages on them, but it's your intuition that chooses the message that best suits you or best gives you guidance for that specific scenario or question that you have. This is the book, so any oracle card deck that you get will come with a book, and it explains the card and like the general meaning of the card, but it only tells you so much. You do really need to tap into your intuition and what the card must mean for you. I'll show you a couple of the cards. They're really pretty. So apart from the message that was on the back of the deck of cards, the other reason I was drawn to these cards, of course, was the design. I really love the colors. So I'll kind of like show you. I love the color scheme. They're all like light blues and pinks and like those like purpley tones. So let me show you. So this is the one that I happen to have on the bottom there. So it's called it says Waves of Prosperity. So I'll have like the title at the top, and then I'll have a little message on the bottom. So it says new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. So basically, if this is the card I picked, I would reflect first, try and think about what is this pertaining to in my life, really reflect before I actually read the book. We've got divine magic, you're being helped, heaven is working behind the scenes to help you even if you don't see results. There's a whole bunch of them. So the ones that I have on my wall currently are things that I just recently picked in my last reading. So I'll keep them up for a while before I feel the need to actually pick another card out again. But it's funny because the first time I get my deck of cards, whatever deck it is, I get obsessed with like using them, and I know I'm like overdoing it. Like realistically, you don't need to give yourself a reading like every single day. That's just a lot. But I just like wanted to play with them a lot because they're so pretty and fun, and I just love doing card readings. So but the funny thing is, like, I'm really starting to believe this stuff because I will pick, if I do a card reading too close together, I will pick like the exact same card each time. And I'm talking by random. I'm not saying like I can see the card. I mean like pick it by random. I will get the same message like each time. So it's like, okay, universe, I get the idea. Like I need to like chill because I already got my message. But that happened with this one, and it happened like crazy scary amount with my newest one. I was gonna talk to them in order, but I'll talk about my newest one first. So I got the Moonology Oracle card deck, and I've been seeing this one everywhere. So I saw it on Amazon, and then I saw it in a couple shops, and I still held out from buying it. I'm like, okay, I shouldn't buy it right now. I just spent some money. And then I went to another shop downtown, and it like stood out to me right away. I'm like, okay, if this isn't a sign, like I need to get the cards. So again, comes with one of your little guidebooks here. And I'll show you some of the cards. So they're neat. They have little constellations on them. There we go. So walk through your fears. Luck is on your side. And it has like the moon and then the like the sign like in Sagittarius. Time for healing, balsamic moon. Yeah, so I did a few readings with these. I'm not gonna share everything just because there's certain things I wanna keep personal, but it was really, really interesting because, so I did two of them, I just picked card by random, and I got the exact same card twice. And then I decided I wanted, again, I was going crazy because I was excited. I got new cards. I'm like, oh, I want to play with my new cards. So I did another reading, and this is one reading that you can do with your Oracle cards. You do a past, present, future reading. So you pull a card for the past, present, future, again, upside down. You don't know what you're doing, and then you flip them over and you reflect. The present card was the same card that I picked twice before. And then I did another reading, and this one, let me just look up what it was called, because it was one that was actually recommended in here. All right, so this last reading that I did is called the Celtic Cross Spread. Looks like this. So basically, number 1 is supposed to stand for the present. Number 2, the one crossing over it, is the challenge. Then number 3 is the past. Then we have the recent past, the outcome if nothing else changes, path to the future, more of you, more about the situation, hopes and fears, and then final outcome. So there's 10 different cards that you have, and you have to kind of like, again, reflect and see what it means for you. Weird thing is, number 1, I got the exact same card that I got for my the present reading for my the other one when I did the past, present, and future. It was the exact same present card, which was the exact same card before when I just picked it by random. So I picked the exact same card for like my present situation 4 times. So I'm like, if that's not a sign, then I don't know what it is. Like, it's so weird. Because part of it is like, okay, how is this actually real? How does this actually work? If you haven't tried Oracle cards, oh, there goes my card. If you haven't tried Oracle cards, I highly recommend them. They're really fun, and they give you like an interesting like viewpoint on life and stuff. So really, really enjoy that new deck. Now my other deck is, I talked about it briefly in my last video. It's called The Universe Has Your Back. It's not so much like those decks. So those decks kind of give you an idea of something that's happening in your life, things that are to come. It has a little bit more of a message to it that way. Whereas this deck doesn't come with a book. It's just more so like little cute messages that give you a little bit of inspiration. So each card has some sort of unique artwork on it. Let me just show you a couple cards because they're really, really pretty. This one with the dragonfly. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. This one says, joy is the ultimate creator. Let's get another really cool one. I like the blue in this one. It's really pretty. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. I am a spirit having a human experience and I'm here to get closer to love. And my fearless freedom lights up the world. So that's just some of them. There's many cards in this deck. See how many again? 52 cards in the deck. So they're really pretty. I keep a couple on my wall. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun talking about these things that I've been really enjoying. Hopefully I inspired you maybe to read a book or like decorate your room all cute, to do something that makes you happy and excited about life. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you click the subscribe button below and turn on the bell notification to let you know when I've uploaded another video. And comment below if there's some really good books that you've been enjoying, cute shops that you like to go to, anything related to the video. I would love to like read and like have a little conversation with you guys. I think it's really cool. The more that I'm getting into a lot of the things that I'm getting into, like the crystals and the journaling and law of attraction, I've been meeting a lot of people that are into that too, and I just find it so cool when we can like share experiences and talk about it, and I love learning from other people. I think that's so fun. Thank you for watching my second video. I really appreciate it, guys. I really hope you guys have an amazing day. If you're somewhere where it's sunny and in beautiful weather, then I hope you go out and you enjoy it. I'm definitely gonna go enjoy the weather now because I do not work today and it's still beautiful outside and I finished my filming. So I'm gonna journal and then I am gonna take one of my books and go to the park and read in the park. So hope you guys have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.